Greetings, I am Rad Shad, the Mad Lad, and I've heard, just around the grapevine, that to some of you, I'm your dad. In usual Rad Shad fashion, I have not prepared any script or forward thinking. I have 2 lines of text for what I'm going to talk about today, because planning things is for cowards and people who are forgetful. My brain works at maximum capacity. I drink severe amounts of milk, and my bones in my brain are super strong. So, I hope you can follow along with my insanity for the little while I have you. But before starting, how about, just hear me out, okay? Please! You've never listened to me before, but this once, please listen to me. Press the subscribe button and the like button, or else I won't drink water for an entire day, and I'll be very dehydrated. Do you want that on your hands? If you do want that on your hands, think about that. I'm not actually going to stop drinking water, but you were going to not press it just so that I would thirst to death. For that, you owe me a press of the like button and subscribe button. Let's start on this topic. So, what made me start on this video was I was scrolling through my Twitter, I was scrolling through my Discord, and I noticed the picks for the top 5 fighting games of this year at the Game Awards. I looked at these, and let me just get this up one second. Let's go through the list. First up, we got DNF Duel. You know, it was an interesting fighting game, except the fact that it got no updates and, you know, kind of kept all of its broken stuff, and now is no one playing it. And I take full responsibility for that. My DNF Duel Sucks video made the developers quiver in their boots, to the point where they could not even hold their mouse straight, and they couldn't code the rest of the game. So that's on me, guys. I'm sorry about that. That was my fault. My DNF Duel Sucks single-handedly killed DNF Duel. We also have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. I brought it, but I never made a video on it because it doesn't have netcode. What the The thing that everyone else in the fighting game genre was doing, and you just decided not to do it because you're lazy as fuck. I know it's not the easiest to implement, you know, it takes some time, but L plus ratio, I don't know. I take full responsibility for putting Pet Shop in the game, because in one video I said,
and remember to like and subscribe, or I'll put Pet Shop in the game.
So, sorry not sorry. King of Fighters 15, I've heard it's good, I haven't played it. The effects kind of look like arse, but maybe I'm just spoiled with Strive. It's the most fighting game here. It's got the whole package. You've got like an actual fighting game, got your rollback netcode, you've got balance, you've got actually getting updated, you know, it's got everything. Then you have multiverses, right? Which some would say isn't a fighting game because, you know, it's a little bit of a platformer fighter, like Brawlhalla or Super Smash Bros. But I'd say that it still fits within the fighting game category because you're still like battling against someone experienced, you know, learning combos and all that. And then after all of that, you have Sifu. Now, is Sifu a fighting game? I suppose technically, it's got combos, it's got you fight people, but there's nothing like a traditional fighting game. There's no like characters out of a list you choose from, but it probably does still fit within that mold. But this comes to my point of the whole video. It only took several minutes. I've wasted your time for so long to get to the point of the video, but here it is. Fighting games don't exist. They aren't real. They're a lie. You've been lied to for years. 90s kids who played Street Fighter back in the day, you played a fake game. There was no such thing as Street Fighter. You're delusional. It's all in your head. The thing is, fighting games actually don't have as good of a definition as we think it does, because there's a lot of games that fall under fighting games that aren't traditional fighting games. But us, from the point of view of a fighting game community, when you hear fighting game, you're like, yes, we must have the same game 10 times in a row. If the game is slightly different, then it is a niche gimmick game. So that's how the fighting game community goes. But have you explored the Steam fighting game and martial arts tab? Let's say you're a little Jimbo. You're going on to Steam. You're like, I want to buy a fighting game with my pocket money. I want to go to the fighting games and martial arts section to buy a fighting game to fight my friends and fight them in the face. And then you get Ultra Kill. I don't know if you know what Ultra Kill is, but in Ultra Kill, the main mechanic is you shoot people. I don't think. I guess that's technically fighting, but then isn't like every game in existence a fighting game? What is the point of this sub-genre? Obviously you get like Dragon Ball FighterZ, you get Tekken 7s, then you get Devil May Cry. I guess that's a fighting game, but that's more of an action game when you say. I guess that falls under both those tabs. But at the main page, it takes up 3 different slots just out of the ones you can see. Final Fantasy 7's over there. I guess you do fight in that game, but I don't even know if that falls under the martial arts. It puts fighting games and martial arts together, but I don't even know if that falls under martial arts as well. I do not even know what Grand Chase is. Do not even get me started on that shit. What the Vade Retro Exorcist, one where you play as Exorcist fighting ghosts. And the top 5 tags is not even fighting games, but it falls under the fucking fighting game genre. My point being, you, as a person in FGC, probably wouldn't categorize 90% of those games under the fighting game umbrella, or what our understanding of it is.
So you're thinking, okay, what's the problem with this? You know, it's just
Definitions, there's no problem. What do you look up when you want to find our understanding of a fighting game? The fighting games which we understand, which has a very set in stone genre, doesn't have any category for it. We have no name for it. The best I can come up with is traditional fighting game. There's just nothing. We don't have something specific name to use for that. So in the comments, I would like you to suggest some fighting game renames, because we obviously need a tag for fighting games, because, well, it's not only just on Steam, but also it seems to have seeped into the Game Awards as well with Sifu. We need to work out a specific name for fighting games. We don't want to just come in and be like, okay guys, I've heard that you think that fighting games are things that we don't think fighting games are, and now I'm gonna punch you all in the penis. Because, let's be honest, fighting game players already get a bad rap. We are kind of terrible people. I'll come up with some suggestions as well. 1v1. Yeah, 1v1s. That could be something. You know, you're fighting on one-on-one. Punch 'em ups. Duels. That's it, duels. You duel fighting or whatever. Something that would do with duels. Gladiatorial combat. Something arenas. No, that's a different genre completely. Something to do with duels. That's my suggestion. But if you have better suggestions, tell me and make it so that my video is pushed in the algorithm. That is the only reason I'm asking you to say it, but also I'm genuinely curious what the hell we could rename this genre to, because it does not exist. We are playing fictional games. They're not real. They're in your mind. Everyone you've fought in a fighting game, you've just been staring at an empty screen. You have just been mashing on buttons, and then after a few minutes, one of them goes, yeah, I won, but nothing happened. It was all in our minds. It's mass delusion. We're all insane. It's all in our head, especially your head. I made up. Radshad was never real. I'm an AI-generated computer. Nothing happened. Wait, please don't leave just yet. In the description, there is a form. If you are interested in buying merchandise, then please go fill it out with what kind of merch you would want and what kind of art you would want to see on the merch. That would be very cool. Hey, wait, no, don't leave just yet. 2 hours after this video airs, I will go live here on YouTube, and it will be absolutely terrible. I have no idea what I'm doing. So you want to watch that and see if I accidentally leak my stream key? Let's get that bread, gamers. Mwah mwah.